warmly the occasion to participate in your respectable conference for advanced steps in surgery in Palestine. So my conference is about the use of the deep hypothermia with circulatory arrest in cardiac surgery. The hypothermia was studied historically by the works of Bigelow. As you see in the picture, they used to use the fresh ice, to put the patients. First, they put the animals to study them. Then they started to work on cardiac surgery, especially for pediatric malformations using the ice. This is Dr. Bigelow, who was the first who has studied the effects of hypothermia in animals. In 1958, the earliest use was accredited to Niazi and Lewis, so it is quite a recent technique. We use it in cardiac surgery in very specific types of operations, especially operations that include the aorta, the ascending aorta, the aortic arch, the descending aorta. In some types of dissections of complex inferior vena cava and cardiac tumors, in pulmonary thromboendoarteriotomies, and it has been adopted as a technique in congenital heart surgery, and it is used till now in some centers like Loma Linda Center in the USA. So, the great concern in the use of deep hypothermia is the neuroprotection, because we know that the brain has a very high oxygen consumption and metabolic activity, and it doesn't store oxygen. So, in the first studies, they used to cool the patient or the animal degree by degree and measure the metabolic activity of the brain in order to determine the safety period. So we can say that a 10-degree reduction in body temperature reduces the metabolic activity of the brain by the rate of 4. As you see in this curve, when the temperature is reduced, the metabolic activity of the brain is reduced. So, during the deep hypothermic circulatory arrest, there are 3 types of neurological events: focal cerebrovascular events, global cerebral necrosis, and apoptosis. We use it normally in the coronary artery bypass. During the coronary and valve surgery, we put the patient to 32 degrees. And this gives us, we can see, a safety period of 10 minutes. But when we should operate on aortic arch, we need to reduce the temperature for 80 degrees. 18. So this is the safe duration of deep hypothermia circulatory arrest. At normothermia, you have only 2 to 3 minutes of safety period to work without circulation. But when you go to 15 degrees, you have 45 minutes of safety period without irreversible brain damage. Our case, this is Abraham Lincoln. I put his image for a purpose. Our case is a patient, 49 years patient. He's slim and he's really tall. This is an important aspect. He has no any past history, except for inguinal hernia and lens dislocation in the childhood. He presented to Khan Hospital with chest pain, and after some hours it extended to abdominal pain. As he had chest pain, they admitted him to cardiology department and started the workout for MI. His ECG was normal. But the X-ray demonstrated an enlarged cardiac sulfur. So they made an echo at Khan Hospital. The echo evidenced normal function of the left ventricle, Aortic root is 62 millimeters, so it is dilated. Evidence of a flap in the posterior aortic root, and in the supracircular view there was an evidence of dilated aortic arch with diastolic injury. Immediately, the cardiologist at Khan Hospital contacted the cardiac surgery department. He had discussed the case with us, and we asked him to make as soon as possible a chest and abdominal angio-CT. In the angio-CT, there was multiple lumen of the ascending aorta, aortic arch, and abdominal aorta. There were different lumens extending to the iliac region with severe dilatation of the ascending aorta measured 75 millimeters. As you see in the CT, the image is not clear, but it is not clear, but in the computer you can guess. For example, in this image, you can see there is double lumen. What is true, what is false? This is the ascending aorta. This is the descending aorta. In the previous images, in the slides it's not clear, but in the PC you can see. There is a short line here that separates between true lumen and false lumen. So this is a clear case of aortic dissection, and it is classified as type A Stanford. In the acute aortic dissection, there is a cystic medial necrosis, which is the etiologist factor of the disease. The patient was Marfan syndrome. As you see, the patient is very tall patient. He has problems in the eye, lens dislocation. He has arachnodactyly. He had problems in the valve, in the mitral valve, mitral valve, and ascending aortic aneurysm. The Marfan syndrome is caused by a mutation in the FBM1 gene, fibrillin, in chromosome 15. And one famous patient was Abraham Lincoln of Marfan syndrome. So the aortic dissection is classified as type A or type B, or the BT has classified them in type 1, 2, 3A, and 3B. We use the Stanford classification because if the ascending aorta is involved, it's type A and it is a pertinence of cardiac surgery. If the ascending aorta is not involved, so it is not a cardiac surgery pertinence, and it is type B. So immediately we called the team, the cardio anesthetist, the surgical team, and we started to work. So the cardiac team, cardiac surgeons, anesthetists, scrub nurses, perfusionists, lab technicians, ICU doctors, and so on. We made immediately the pre-op lab investigation. There was nothing except for high white blood cells. And all his analysis was good, was accepted. So we decided, as we don't know if this dissection is attached to the sternum or not, we should be safe. So we started to cannulate the femoral artery and femoral vein, instead to cannulate normally the aorta. So we used this femoral artery cannula and this femoral vein cannula that is introduced from the femoral vein and it arrives till the right atrium. Then we start the machine, we start the cardiopulmonary bypass and start cooling the patient before opening the sternum to be safe. So we started cooling the patient, and while we started cooling the patient, we opened the sternum. When we opened it, we found this aorta, which is dilated in the bulbus, and it's really long. This is called dolicho aorta, and it is typical of Marfan syndrome. We measured it, it was about 6.5 centimeters, and was extending from the aortic root and just below the aortic arch. When we moved the aorta in the other side, in the posterior side, there was an intramural hematoma. So we started the operation. We put the aortic cross clamp as far as possible, very high, it's very near to the aortic arch. And to make cardiac protection, we open the aorta directly while the heart was fibrillating under hypothermia.
Right, 2 minutes on.
Okay. While the heart was fibrillating under hypothermia, we open the aorta and we put the coronary cannulas in the coronary ostia, and we started to give a cardiac design in order to protect the heart. So, this is the posterior aspect of the aorta that was the hematoma. We opened the aorta and we found that the aortic valve was involved. So we decided to change the aortic valve, the ascending aorta, and to explore the aortic arch. We used to have a composite graft. This is called vascular composite graft used in the de bono dental operation. So we sutured first the proximal end, the left coronary ostia, and then we opened the aortic clamp while keeping the circulation stopped. This is deep hypothermic circulatory abscess. We opened the aortic arch and explored it. There was a small dissection in the left subclavian artery, so we decided not to intervene. We put a bioglue there and closed it with bioglue. Then we sutured the distal end, and we started to retake the cardiopulmonary bypass gradually and cooling the patient. The patient then went to the ICU and he was good. After 4 hours of mechanical ventilation, he was extubated. The next day he went to the ward. He started working, feeding, and we made echo post-op and it was good. His ejection fraction was 52% with good performance of the mechanical aortic valve. And then we made a new CT to control that, and we found that there is a good result with good perfusion of the aorta. The false lumen was full of thrombus, was closed, and so the patient had no more problems. He was admitted, he was discharged with beta blockers, Lasix, and Provadian for life with a target of 2 to 3. So, the conclusion is that the deep hypothermia is a safe method if you use it correctly, correct indication and correct technique, and it needs advanced centers like in Al-Shifa Hospital. And the most important thing is the teamwork between the cardiologist, the cardioanesthetist, the cardiac surgeon, and the ICU. Thank you.